Alright, what's up everybody? So I want to make this video for somebody who's starting dreadlocks basically. I just want to show this for the fun, but since I got so many like nails. So yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just bored. So I haven't cut my nails since the 4th of this month. And I want to see how long I normally trim them. So yeah, I literally haven't cut my nails, which is how long they really grow. So I haven't cut them since May 4th. So shockingly, I basically cut my nails every 23 days. I guess that's a front sense, but yeah, I just wanted this for fun of it. Thumbnails are way too damn long. Need cut them down. Alright, back to what I was really talking about here. So yeah, I just want to make this video basically talk about dreadlocks. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. Pretty much dreadlocks in general. So I want to make this topic for a while now actually. So someone actually messaged me about dreadlocks, and he's about a month with them. And he's just wanting to know how, if it's alright for them to be loose, to them coming undone basically. So I told him I want to make this video, and I will make this today, and this pretty much talk about it. So as you can tell, my dreadlocks are really solid, and it takes a long time for them to get this good actually, which mine's about almost in 3 years. So alright, I'm just gonna break this down. So when you first make them, they will be very loose when you first start them, because that's how it is. They're gonna be very loose when you make them. They're not gonna be like super solid like this when you first make them. So when you first make them, they probably will be unraveling for a minute or two, but it's completely normal. It's okay for them to be unraveling when you first make them, to just them be loose in general. So yeah, so it breaks down. So when you first make them, they're gonna be very like loose. They will tentatively won't look like dreads. I mean, to me, I can be flat out honest, they're gonna look like shit when you first make them. At least that's what mine did. So, but everything else, it's just going to take time and patience. That's all it's going to be down to. So once you have those, you're going to get dreads. Till the end, you will. So, like, alright, sorry about that, but so in a few months, they're going to start slowly locking up as further you go. So I believe he said he was at a month with his. So right around then, they might look a little bit better than the first day, but they're still going to take a while. And averagely when dreads do this, when you first make them, they're going to look like crap for a while, but in 6 months, pretty much like a half a year, they're going to start looking a lot more better. And then once you hit a year, they're going to be more, that's when it really gets solid, a year, but even though you hit a year, they're still got a way to go. Then 2 years are really solid, and where I'm at, they're locked up really good. They're not going anywhere. So I guess the method he used was backcombed, and that's what I actually used to make these. Well, to be honest, really all I did to make mine was backcomb and neglect them. I basically used neglect the whole entire way, but I used the backcomb to make the sections. And then I just let those sections go and don't do anything to them, and that's what I got out of them. So yeah, this is basically really, it's like neglect, I really want to say. But I did backcomb mine. When I first backcombed them, they were a pain in the ass when you first started. I mean, they really were. And to me, dreadlocks are very, very tedious process to me. Like, I'll be flat honest, to me, dreadlocks can be very, very, very tedious process to get them going, really. But once you first get them, it's just a matter of getting them going. Then once you get them going, it gets easier and easier and easier. Like, for me, I don't do shit with mine. I don't have to pull hairs in them. I don't really have to do anything to them. I mean, yeah, they look messy, and I did wash mine yesterday, like a day or two ago, so they look pretty fresh. See, clean them. Yeah, I cleaned them about Sunday, I believe. But yeah, that's what they basically look. I mean, yeah, they look pretty frizzy right now, but that's what happens when you wash them. Sorry if I hopped in there too fast, but so what I would do, I wish you had videos where you're at right about now so I can figure it out and help you with this, but so yeah, any kind of method, everybody has tons of different methods when you use for dreadlocks. Like, I basically stuck with backcomb and neglect them. That's how I made mine, basically, really. I didn't really do anything to them to make them. I just backcomb them for sections and just let nature take its course. So I'm gonna break the cycles down. So when you since you're at a month, they can be very loose. There's how it is. Then a couple months in, they're gonna start slowly looking better and better. When you're at 6 months, they're going to start looking more like dreads right around there. Then a year, they finally got their form. But they're not really fully solid, but some people's can be. And then when you hit 2 years, they're solid as a rock. They're not going anywhere. And I guess where I'm at, almost 2 years, really. Well, close. Well, mine's like 2 years and 8 months, but once you get where I'm at, they're solid as a rock. Once you hit 2 years and over, they're solid as a rock, and that's when they're fully mature, like really fully locked up, nice and tight, where they're basically like ropes. So to break this, I guess what you can do for yours is, if they are completely unraveled, like the whole thing just falls apart, you can backcomb them and rip and twist them if you want to. I mean, that's what I did with one of mine here. Well, this is like at the, nope, not that one. Let's see if we can grab them here. Nope. Alright, here we go. See, I did restart like this whole tip, and as you can tell, it's very loose when you make them, which I just did that whole thing, and the whole dread itself. But so I guess tips for you, since we got the same hair type, I wouldn't. If they are completely coming out done, you can backcomb and whip and twist them again if you want to, whatever method you use. But that's if you want to. You don't really have to, but if that was the case, if they are completely coming undone, like it is literally like completely unraveled, you can backcomb them or rip and twist them. I would rather recommend rip and twist, to be honest. Backcomb instead makes them more rough, and backcombing dreads again, it ain't the best. It sure can mess up the roots, actually, to be honest. Not like pulling hairs, but it just really makes them really weird. But I just recommend rip and twisting them. You can actually mix both rip and twist and backcomb. That's a good way to do it. I mean, that can work too, but if you want to, you can do that. If there are completely coming on down, that is. But if there aren't, then you don't really have to. You don't really need to, be honest. That's a choice. I guess when you first make them, you don't want to wash them a year, but you at least want to go for like at least a week without washing them. But you are a month, so you're good to go. Really, the only thing that's going to help them out more when you lock them is washing them, really. The more you wash them, the more it'll lock up. It's really the truth here. I mean, cleaner hair locks better than dirty hair. Since it, clean hair, it sort of slides off. Don't want to lock together. So, what it comes down to, just have time and patience. You will achieve your goal. I would recommend, well, not really truly, but you can do like the salt water rinse, like spray, but you don't want to do that. Can help a little bit. Actually, it dries them up and actually makes them more locked. Well, actually, just dries them out more. That's what really gets them going. Is how dry makes them. But really, you should just, I'll just really wash them. We'll just clean them. It's gonna help them a lot, pretty good. Sorry if this video is really too long. I don't want to make it too long either, but it's what happened. So I'm just gonna break this down again. When you first make them, they're gonna be very loose, and then about 6 months in a row, they're gonna look more better than a year. They're gonna look solid and they fully are formed. But they still might have some spots that are not really locked. And then 2 years are solid as a rock. Then once 2 years and over, they truly are formed. And they truly are locked. Like the whole thing's like locked all the way through. There won't be any more like hairs or spots in the dreads that aren't locked like this is. But yeah, that's how they normally go. And dreadlocks will do this. They will have like a weird cycle of tightening and loosening. They do loosen, and then they re-tighten back up again. Get loose, re-tighten back up. Like mine actually does that. Believe it or not, like it's like whenever every time I get them wet, they tend to almost unravel, but not completely ravel. When you get them wet, it sort of does loosen them. And then afterwards, you're tying back up, loosen, tighten. That's what mine actually does sometimes. They really do that, and all dreadlocks will do it. They will have a word cycle of loose, re-tighten, or tighten up, loose again, tighten back up. I mean, it does have cycles. And that's how it is. Dreadlocks do have cycles to them. But yeah, like I would, if they're completely coming on down, you can redo the whole thing again. But I only do it once, not no more than 2 or 3, because you don't need to do a whole bunch. Really, just a section of it that's gonna. It can sections when you pre-section them. I feel like it only speeds up a hair, and then everything else comes to time and patience. So like, just to break this down again, I would just you can redo it again if you want to, but don't really do a whole bunch to them. Just let them do what they do, and eventually they will start to get more locked up, more and more and more. My main tool and advice is just have time and patience. That's gonna really help a lot. It really does. That's the only way you're gonna get them. But if you want to, you can actually watch all my dreadlock videos on my channel. You can tell how much it makes a difference. So yeah, I just want to make this video, and I really want to make this for a long, long time. I'm talking about dreadlocks in general and what you're gonna expect with dreadlocks when you first get them, to what's gonna happen. And yeah, another thing is too, when you first make them, they tend to get loopy at first too. Like Mine was very, they're pretty loopy at quite a bit of them, and they're pretty lumpy. But DreadLocks will get loops in them too. That's completely fine. It's not a big deal. Like, I got some that are like, well, this actually is new. Like this dreadlock here, it actually completely, I don't know if you can see it, it actually folds itself in half, like right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know if you can see it, but the little lump right there actually folds itself in half. That's one thing I noticed with my DreadLocks pretty recently. But yeah, dreads do get loops in them, and that's completely natural. When you first get them in a few months. And as everything else, they're going to be loose. Sometimes they do get tight, loosen, re-loosen, get tightened back up again. That's how it works. And mine somewhat still does it, but still don't. I mean, it comes down. It's just how they are. And then shit like this too. I got tons of this crap. It's not a Congo or anything, but for me, I don't really care how they look. I like them that are. And then I got, let's see, more loops in them. But after those loops, it did get more straightened out like this is, how it's really straight and compact. So, yeah, this is pretty much I'm breaking it down. So yeah, that's anything I would just do them again if you want to, but I really wouldn't mess with them too much. If you can send me a video where they're looking like what they look like right now, I can probably see what's going down. But I would know, yeah, I've been through the cycle and I know what to expect. So just have time and patience, you will get dreadlocks at the end. But yeah, it's completely fine for them to be loose and maybe unravel here and there, but after a while they're going to start slowly tying back up to just, then they're going to look like this eventually. So yeah, this is like a breakdown on what you would expect with dreadlocks to what's going to happen to everything about dreadlocks basically. So yeah, I truly appreciate you sending me this message me this. I truly appreciate somebody to ask me about dreadlocks or ask me any kind of info or help. Anything. It really means a lot to me, and I really truly like helping people. They're going through the cycle and going through this process. And I also want to say thanks for subbing this channel too. I honestly just didn't know. I just looked it up and checked. So that's why I want to make this video, because I figured this would be on your feed and you could get this immediately. So yeah, truly, I hope this helped a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And so yeah, I just truly appreciate you giving me this message, and hopefully I answer this. So I'll see you guys later, and hope you guys enjoy this video.